So throughout the night, I think I was possessed, and I just remember that I was carrying on some energy. My name is Ut.
My name is Raihan.
My name is Far.
My name is Wade.
My name is Kyle.
And this is Tales from Incredible Tales. Inspired by the classic MediaCorp series, we explore different aspects of Southeast Asia's supernatural culture, from supposedly haunted locations to creatures and spirits.
Still got it. Still got it. Okay, we have two guests again for this episode. One of them, of course, is the host of Incredible Tales throughout his 13 years. Art, welcome back, Art.
Hi guys.
Hello.
It's always really cool to be back. Is that your real voice, or did you adapt the voice for Tales from Incredible Tales?
I host this radio show called Misteri Jam 12. So basically it's a Malay horror radio show. So every now and then I have to use that voice to make it more creepy.
The voice works.
Oh,
It
That was like
works.
That was like 20%. Like you show him the 100% on.
Nama kau siapa?
That's why he's the host of MG.
This man is not messing around with the scans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone brings something on board. I mean, like for me, when I did the show, it's like people remember my voice. And then it's like for you, for the last 2 seasons, you brought something to the table as well. So it's interesting to see how we expand.
Well, see, we've been talking to him this whole time. But clearly you can tell we have another guest for this episode. He's equally special to us in terms of the history of Tales from Incredible Tales. We want to welcome back Raihan Yacob.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
Good to be back.
Yeah, it's really good to
Feels
be
very
back.
right.
Yeah, it feels.
Oh, I feel sad now.
Hey, I mean, like you 5 of us.
The family's growing.
The family's growing. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I got invited back, I'm really super delighted to be back here and to see familiar faces, not just you guys, but also the crew.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to be here and really happy to be with all of you.
Got one more face you never address.
Oh, hi.
I love, by the way, how things shifted around, new studio space and everything. And then for some reason you ended up back there.
Oh, yeah.
Again with her.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Yes.
okay,
I remembered. She's always behind me.
Oh, right.
Watching over my back.
Looking after you.
Yeah.
Looking after you, sure.
She's got your back.
I think all I can say is I'm not here to replace Raihan. I'm here to continue his legacy.
Oh. It's for you.
Clearly this is going to be the sentimental episode.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But tonight, we want to talk about why we love the supernatural in Southeast Asia. From Singapore to Thailand and beyond, this episode's topic is inspired by the original Incredible Tales episode, Motorcycle Taxi.
There are so many supernatural creatures in the mythologies of Southeast Asia, some of which share similar traits across different countries. For example, if we just look at Malay and Thai folklore, there's the Toyol and the Kumantong, or the Pontianak and the Nang Tani, or the Penanggalan and the Krasu. Why do you think the supernatural is so much a part of Southeast Asia's culture?
The simple to answer question, the one that's not at all so broad.
I had a reflection earlier on as well, as part of, because I've been here for 2 seasons, right? One of the things that I really learned and grew along in this series is that throughout the whole entire time where we talk about ghosts, ghost stories, supernatural, there's always one thing that is very related to us. It's the aspect of family. And when we speak about family, which is very strong in Asian context, right? Then family turns into a horror story where, for example, in this case, Pontianak is about being left behind by a guy that she loves, about the Kumantong, being a baby, right? So it's all about family context there that is very strong, strongly related to Southeast Asia's culture. And then when we translate that into a horror story, it becomes something that's very connected to us. Yeah. I mean, we can take a look at westernized horror, like for example vampires or poltergeist, right? But you don't really hear poltergeist coming from a perspective of someone being left behind or something like that. But in an Asian context, it's more of family and then turned into a horror story. So that's why I think it is very closely related to us, because in Asia, we emphasize family. And then when family gets into chaotic situation, horror story begins, and that's where we are so connected to it, because there's a part of us that is connected to the horror story itself.
Wow. I think for me, right, it's how we grow up, right? How our parents discipline us. So they will always share with us like superstitions, or they will always scare us like, hey, you don't go out. After Maghrib, you don't go out. Later the hantu will, trap you under her, you get what I mean? So I think they will always try to relate ghosts with disciplinary actions. You get what I mean? They try to discipline us with ghost stories.
So trauma lah.
Yeah.
I think we all can relate.
Right.
It's stable.
But for me, I feel it's the landscape, the environment, because across Southeast Asia, we live in the same environment, whether or not like we have the same religion or not. It's like forest area, humid. It plays into, it's the culture, and then it plays into the discipline. It plays into the family. So the similar ghosts that we have with different names, let's say, back in the day when things weren't developed, there were villages, there were like kampongs. In Thailand, be muban. It's just different terminology, but it's the same way of life. So the experiences are quite similar. And the supernatural, paranormal of things happening, there are similarities. So I think that's why we gel like together as a collective to understand like, because it's like kind of deep rooted in like different urban stories and tales. So that's my take on it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like if you look at this table, right, we are so diverse. Right? We come from different background, cultures and all. And I think that perfectly represents Southeast Asia. I think even though you look at Southeast Asia, it's like, it's one corner of Asia. But actually looking at Southeast Asia is one of the most diverse regions in the world. So you mixing all this culture and folklore together, then you have like this very unique take on horror that I feel like you won't get anywhere in the world. Yeah, because it's like East meet West, like kind of
Rojak lah, basically.
Yeah, basically Rojak. Yeah.
Yes, because we all came from like forested areas and everything. So I think if you just look at it from a map, you can't go, this is Malaysia, this is Thailand. You look at a map, it looks just like one giant landmass. But like also like what you said, because even though we all share this one giant piece of land, there's so many different cultures as well. So you got the Orang Asli, you got all these different cultures down there, and then you couldn't get the mythology that we have down here anywhere else, just because it's born of us, and tying back to what you were saying, born of us being one big Southeast Asian family, where everybody is different, but our roots show in the superstitions, in the myths, in the folklore that we have. So I think that's very much a part of who we are.
Yeah. And I think all these supernatural things bring us together.
I agree.
It bonds us. Because it's like everyone knows about it. It's how do you say that? It's a ghost language.
Yeah. I agree.
Right.
I think when you can be at different parts of the house, but you can see it like maybe in the bedroom, the other one can be in the kitchen. But the moment someone tells a ghost story, everybody just gathers. And even though they cannot relate to the story, let's say for example, you start talking about maybe an Indonesian ghost. I don't know what's an Indonesian ghost. Maybe Kuntilanak. Okay.
Kuntilanak,
And then we have like maybe a Thailand ghost, right? But it's a ghost story and it connects people. Somehow or other, listening to that story, and if you notice, like for example, Teoh and Kumantong has a very similar story. So it has some kind of lineage somewhere there that it just connects people whenever people start talking about ghost stories.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of stories, right? A short story lah. I remember there was this one of my schoolmates in secondary school. His cousin, who is much older than him, he actually kept kumantongs. He kept kumantongs at home. And he was telling us like kumantong, like what is kumantong, and then like he apparently kept so much kumantongs that they started fighting each other. Because kumantong is basically, you know, like similar to Teoh. They literally translate to golden child or something. Like basically they are children lah, but they will take care of their masters. But you need to feed them. You need to basically care for them, right? If not, they will get angry and then they will create havoc. So he got so many. So that probiotic drinks, right, that they used to, you know, pray to the kumantong, and then it started spilling like boom, it fly violently. And my friend saw it. And then like the toys like started moving on its own at night. So clearly like they were not happy, right? And then so he basically, the cousin went into rampage. Like he was like super into like the Thai occult amulets. Right. Like the ones, not the ones that are given to you by the monk, the ones that are bought questionably. So he wore a lot of that, and then he had kumantong. So he actually had kind of like a psychotic breakdown. So he was like, basically the spiritual masters that helped him said that you had too much power to the point where they are fighting amongst themselves to take control. And when the story was done, right, we was seeing, there was one of our Malay classmates who was like, oh yeah lah, they want Teoh lah. like he was like, you know, creeping in, listening to the ghost story. He's like, yeah lah, they want Teoh lah. We also have like, but like, same but different lah. You know what I mean? Like, so that's exactly what Southeast Asia is like, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we have a version of that also. Yeah.
That one's like dabbling into like dark, you know, black magic, and like, you know, once it goes into a dark place, then you kind of cross over into this whole new area.
Yeah.
But just to touch on like what you just shared with us, this was like in the Thai media. I think probably within the last 2 months. It was like quite funny. It was quite funny for me. It was quite entertaining because apparently they had like CCTV coverage of a burglar going into this Muban, which is a community of houses. So he's been stealing from these houses. But there was this one house, he jumped out of the second floor, or he ran down within like I think less than 5 to 10 minutes after like rummaging through. So it turns out that this particular house has kumantong. Yeah.
Okay.
So they caught him eventually, and he said that he saw a kumantong. Like he went up and he was just like going through the house, seeing what he can steal. And then he saw like a statue. He didn't think anything of it, of a kumantong, and like, you know, the altar. And right when he ran down, he said he actually saw the kumantong. And it freaked him out, so he just ran out of the house. So they interviewed the owner as well.
Okay.
So she said yes, she has 2 kumantongs in the house, but to her it was a surprise. You know, she didn't think like people will actually see like a kumantong like in reality. But yeah, when they did interview her, you can tell that she cares for the spirits. Like then you kind of, well, it depends on how you see things, but basically, she gives offerings to the kumantongs like every day. She shared how certain things appear for her, like in terms of like luck, but not like every day. And I think it's been like a duration of like a few years, like maybe 3 to 5 years already. But the way she describes it, it's like it's not a person that you feel is like overly extreme. Like, it's just like someone who's normal, explaining something normal. Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
It's quite interesting. Yeah.
So I think kumantongs are there to protect you per se. So I mean, in Malay beliefs, right, Teoh is there to actually help you steal money.
Yeah.
So for kumantong is like overall, is it?
Yeah, I would say so.
I would say kumantongs, from my understanding, why people have kumantongs in Thailand is as a form of protection. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And usually they are like spirits of babies or fetuses or like kids that didn't make it. So it's like you're actually doing merit to help them cross over and also to take care of them in that sense. So it's also good karma for you to adopt. Actually, it's quite a common thing. In Thailand, if you go to the restaurants, sometimes you will see the small altar of the kumantong. It's usually at the bottom, and then they have like the pink drinks, the soft drinks, and they put the straws. That's usually a kumantong altar. So on another side of the world though, outside the indigenous cultures, it seems like most of the Western confines the supernatural fringes. Why do you think that Western cultures approach the supernatural differently from us?
I would say the environment is different, and their history is different, and the way they interpret history and interpret their spirits are different, just like how we do. It's like, it's hard because their culture is so different from ours. It's hard for them to connect to why we have our personal experiences. It's as simple as food. Why is their food different and our food is different?
That's true.
Yeah, so we bring that into like the supernatural, paranormal world. It's no different.
I have to add on to that, because when I was traveling to UK, to Europe, the amount of fear that I had for a ghost to attack me there is way lower than the fear that I have here. If I go to a Malaysian hutan forest for a vacation, I remember I was in I was in Wales, mountainous area, filled with forest. I was staying in the Airbnb, happy. Don't even think about having Pontianak to appear in my window at night, that kind of thing. And then when I come back here, nighttime, 9 p.m, I don't even want to look outside the window. So it's just, maybe the environment plays a part. I don't know whether it's because of Asia's weather or whatsoever, but it's just that, the perception that you have is, I don't think hantu will follow me all the way to a cold country, that kind of thing. So maybe
I think it's how energies are aligned too. It's kind of like if you have people from the Western world come into Asia, the way they'll be affected by their experience with spirits will be different. It'll probably be less than what they experienced back in their home, because it's like their understanding, their perception, what they were brought up to understand.
Yeah. Actually, I just recalled a story. I don't think I have shared this story before. It's not really a physical kind of haunting. So this story is for you, Chervin, because he was my roommate when I was in Paris last year, covering the Paralympics. So we actually stayed in a hotel room together over the course of 2 weeks while we were covering the games. And this hotel, the walkway, the corridor to our room looks exactly like the corridor from The Shining.
Oh, fun.
Super creepy. As a Southeast Asian, your hantu is not scary one. Okay, I go. But I recall one nightmare that I had, specifically on the second week, the start of the second week. It was the corridor, but then for some weird reason, my dream had like cinematography in it. Means that I was looking through a lens, like a movie. So it was a Dutch angle. So you imagine instead of like a straight, the corridor is like Dutch. And then guess what appeared? Kakak, bro.
In the dream.
Yes.
Wow.
It was like rushing towards me.
Ew.
Then I was very scared. I was like, oh my God, how can like Kakak come to me in Europe? France, bro. This is the land of baguette, not the land of bananas.
I mean, he just created the passport lah.
Yeah.
Maybe,
For clearance, right?
Clearance, yeah.
So I don't know. What do you guys think?
For me, I think it's because their ghost stories they're very location specific. Too location specific, so that they don't travel. And so that the legend doesn't spread. And so it just gets confined to a certain spot. And it almost kind of loses its power in that sense.
I mean, it's been a while since I last see both of you. I want to ask, has anything creepy happened or any ghost stories happened during our time apart?
Remember the story about this hotel resort
Yes.
that I was in, and then that room felt not right, and then when I was sleeping, I felt that there was something beside me.
Yeah.
And so when we were there, we were about to go to another to a local tourist area. So we were about to wait for the Grab to come. So we decided to take a selfie. So in that photo, clearly there's an image of a lady standing at the mirror. And the reflection can be seen only in the mirror, not outside the mirror. And it's black in color. So my wife showed me recently, just 2 months ago. And I was looking at it, I'm like, But actually in my heart, that's the only thing creepy that happened to me for the past, since we have not met yet.
In only once, out of like the whole time that I was filming Incredible Tales that I had only one really clear experience, and that was when I had my brother here with me. From what I understand, is that it was spirits or like energies that my brother was carrying, because we had gone to the temple the next day, which was part of like the location shoot. So the head monk, the teacher monk, had said that there was something following my brother. But the night before, and this is like, mind you, like we're adults now, so like, you know, we haven't slept in the same room for like the longest time. So like being here on location, on shoot, so we're in the same room. So throughout the night, I think I was possessed. And he recorded it too at one point in time. And I just remember that I was carrying on some energy, and I was very angry because he was like, and he's this big guy because he used to be in the U.S. Army. So he's twice the size as me in terms of bulk. So it's like I can hear him during the night just reiterating my name. And he's up against the wall. So like when I'm like kind of coming out of my trance, it's like I see my brother up against the wall, this huge dude who can beat me up. And he's just like yelling at me, like, get out, you know. Yeah, so he was pretty freaked out. And I think what it was that I was carrying some sort of energy that was following him. And I somehow took that energy. And so it was really interesting because for a period, my brother at the time would not want to enter any type of religious establishments like church, temples, anything. Especially like because when we were doing shoot, he would just be in the bus. He wouldn't come in. But that day, for some reason, I told him that he should. But then I went to do my links, and the next thing I knew, I saw him with the monk talking. And then I went in, and then it's like he gave us a blessing. He gave us blessings, but he said that my brother had to do some merits because he was carrying a lot of heavy energies. And sort of like I was sort of like I don't want to use the word medium, but I was just sort of like I absorbed the energy really
You're
quick.
the catalyst lah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the only experience I've had like filming Incredible Tales.
Like after the incident, he's like, "That's it. I'm not sharing rooms with you no more."
Yeah, he said that. Like
really?
he said, I'm never ever going to sleep in the same room with you again. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how traumatized he was.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the second time, because I was trying to go to bed because I was so tired because it's like, you know, we were squeezing so much in a short amount of time, like the links and all these stories. I need to go sleep, but I couldn't go sleep. So I think the second or third round when I was speaking in tongues or whatever, like he actually recorded it. So like to watch that on playback was like pretty freaky.
I mean, what language did you spoke?
I don't know, but it wasn't my voice. It was, yeah. It was just kind of like, I was like kind of, I would describe it as rapping, but like in some language and in a tone of voice that wasn't mine.
You know, we talked about these legends, we talk about these myths. You know, the legend of the Pontianak goes back centuries. We tried to do research like in terms of the Krasu, you know, could we find like an origin point of it, but it goes back so far that it's actually difficult to pinpoint when the legend of the Krasu began. Yeah, even till today, our Southeast Asian creatures and spirits are not only still popular, but the legends have spread across the world. So if you look at something like the Penanggalan, it appeared in Hellboy comics. You look at the Krasu, it's appeared in video games. You know, why do you think our creatures and spirits continue to thrive and even grow in popularity over time?
I think things that are unique or so different to comprehend, especially with this day and age and the generation that we're in, just becomes even more fascinating.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's scarier than, I'm so sorry to say this word, it's scarier than Angmo ghosts.
Don't need to be sorry.
Oh, it's okay. We've had 2 seasons of us saying our ghosts are the
it's
scariest.
a fact.
Right.
It's undisputed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like usually for them it's like, you know, the nun,
Yeah.
you know, and then like probably like a black shadowy figure.
Yeah.
Probably like, you know, Freddy, killing and stuff.
Well, fairy is fake lah.
Yeah, but
Like I would say the scariest from the Western side is probably Annabelle. The doll.
like dolls.
Okay.
Okay, dolls. Okay.
Dolls.
Yeah, the
oh.
dolls.
And clowns. Oh.
Clown, yes.
Remember how much you love clowns.
No.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Then for as opposed to for us, from Southeast Asia, we have like Kapi, we have Pontianak, we have Pocong. It's like a diversity of ghosts.
Yeah.
You get
They're just thinking different ways to kill you. Like different ways. Like you want to be suffocated, you want to go into the next dimension, you want your genitals to be ripped out. You know, like you want to be eaten.
Us being really supernatural people, society, we tend to spread these kind of stories faster.
Yeah, true.
So hence it becomes a worldwide tale. I mean, in Indonesia, even police officers go and use spirits to question,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that case. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They like summon a spirit just so that they can ask you, the spirit,
Made
who
the
killed
movie.
you? That kind of stuff.
Who killed you? Siapa bunuh kamu?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think partly is because the amount of horror movies now.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and then it's on it's on Netflix and whatnot. So everyone is watching it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's very interesting because like even in Asia, you look at the different movies, right? It's different style, right?
Yeah.
Indonesian movies is usually family, right?
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
got something, then
Like
somebody died. They
cannot
never
get-
do the proper prayers, then come back as pocong or something, right?
Cannot get pregnant lah,
Yeah.
then marry the devil lah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Well,
The Thai and I guess the Chinese side is more about the karmic cycle, karma. Like you do something to someone that is not right, then you come back. Pretty straightforward. And then the Japanese side, actually strangely enough, is urban legend.
Yeah.
like
Ringu is an urban legend. Like the VHS thing is all an urban legend. Then recently they got one, the Station one.
Yeah.
Station 9, right? Also urban legend. The Koreans are more about, they're talking about society. Like you wrong someone in society in Korea, and then maybe they off themselves, they come back as a spirit. Yeah. Somewhat some karmic cycle thing as well, but it's a bit more about society.
Okay.
Like the Gongjiam Asylum, the hospital.
Yeah.
It's also how like the people were treated there before it got abandoned lah. So then the restless spirit came back. So yeah lah. So I think they got different flavor, but the goals about the same.
Yeah.
It's still Asian cuisine.
Yeah.
Asian cuisine.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys. So, what do you think can be done to keep our understanding and appreciation of the supernatural alive?
To have shows like this.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes, there you go.
Wow, with the wings some more.
I was actually about to say go for no more night walk.
You say no more or more?
More like okay.
Okay, now let's go.
Now?
Then I realized I'm digging my own grave.
No, but on a serious note, I think why it's able to like connect people from the very start, from when we were growing up as kids, is because we hear these stories and it connects us, and then now that we've grown older, we continue the stories.
Yeah.
And so it can connect to the next generations. I think there's, when you watch Incredible Tales, like when I had done the seasons, is that it connected with people because there's so many elements to everything that we're discussing in this episode. The family, the whole culture, the whole tying in together the different cultures because we're like in the same part of Asia. So there's sometimes an aspect of just coming together and telling stories. It's like a community, it's a collective.
Of course.
So that's what makes it special, and continuing that on will carry on too.
Yeah.
Love it.
For me, it's the fascination, right? Like my mind is very weird lah. So I like to think of things like, like there's this island, it used to be part of Singapore, and then we gave it back to Australia, right? It's called Christmas Island. It's very near Australia,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that, strangely enough, the demographic there is similar to Singapore and Malaysia, like Malays, Chinese, Indians. So I'm thinking like, okay, somewhere so far, you can call it an Ang Mo area. Does it have Pontianak? Does it have Toyol? Right? Does it have Pocong? All these different spirit because of the culture that is there. So I'm thinking of things like that. Like the fascination. And therefore, by thinking about it, I will talk about it, I will research about it, and then the fascination will continue. Yeah.
Yeah, you do your homework. Well done.
For me, it's like having this type of conversation because normally I would do my show alone, right? So whatever the senders send to me, I'll just read their stories, and mostly it's because it's of like Malay ghosts, right? So you're normal. But when I came into the show and I listened, to people's stories and whatnot, it kind of like opens up. And I finally understand, what is kumantongs or what is deity. You guys, sorry, what was it called? Dua Apek, is it?
Tua Diapit.
Tua Diapit, those sort of things. So this type of conversation to me is very interesting, and hopefully I understand it well so that I can share it with others in the future. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
This question is for everyone. What's your favorite creature or spirit that's not from your own culture?
Mine would be Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Why?
Okay.
This is so mysterious.
Right.
Yeah, it's just there's two, Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster.
Oh, I was supposed to say that.
Okay, I'll just take Bigfoot. There's Bigfoot for me, because there's the mystery behind it. Because to this day, people are still trying to figure out who Bigfoot is, and then you'll have like these blurry pictures or like these accounts, and so it's so mysterious, yet it's still not tangible. So and then you have like pictures of the prints of like the Bigfoot and everything, and to this day you don't know if those are like real prints or not real prints.
Can I ask you, do you think that there's only one singular Bigfoot or like...
No, I think
multiple?
I don't think there's like, I think there's a whole
Clan?
Clan of Bigfoot. Yeah, I think there's a family of Bigfoots.
Nice. Oh, interesting. Okay.
I feel like since Raihan was going like, ooh, Loch Ness Monster, you have to go next.
Yeah.
Loch Ness Monster, because I've always been intrigued what's underneath the water, the deep water,
Yeah, it's
right?
creepy,
What's
yeah.
inside. And in fact that it's really dark there. Usually scientists can't really go all the way in to really find out what exactly lives inside. So when I was there, this is lame, but when I was on a boat on top of the river while we were actually on the Loch Ness River, I was actually trying to find the monster. I was like,
Trying to spot, right?
Yeah, where is it? I'm like, where is it? It's like that curiosity that everyone goes there to find it, but they can't find. Such a disappointing thing to do, but eventually it makes money. So I guess it's really about the curiosity, whether it exists, that makes you really want to find out. Even until today, I don't even know whether there are real monsters in deep seas. I mean, you don't know what's inside, right?
I believe there's a lot of creatures that we're yet to explore in the deep sea. But the Loch Ness has this like in between being a monster or prehistoric creature, along with there's like there's a mystery to because like it disappears. You can't find it. You can't for the longest time people are trying to get something tangible. Yet it pops up, then it goes.
Right. And then all these prints, the pictures, all those blurry kind of, you don't know whether it's edited or it's real. It's like, oh, big tail. But is that really a tail? That kind of stuff. Yeah.
I dare say it's not one particular creature. It's just the darkest, deepest, most unknown depths of the ocean. That's the creature almost that fascinates me the most. I don't think any one particular creature from the depths of the ocean could ever be enough to frighten me as much as what we don't know.
Such a writer.
Thank you.
Like turn the whole ocean into an entity. I'm scared of water, basically.
yes, I'm scared of water.
For me, I don't know whether this counts as a creature or not, but UFO, like your
aliens are.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if it's true or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Either that or mermaid.
Oh, that's so different.
Because the thing is, some people say that they are friendly creatures. I don't know. Again, I don't know whether this is true or not. But some people say they are actually monsters.
Yeah,
they are actually very scary looking.
Yeah.
So sometimes I wonder also.
But there are accounts of actual mermaids having been washed up. I think this is in the East Coast, and these two boys found the corpse, and they took pictures on their phone, but then they were confiscated by,
authorities.
Men in Black.
So it was interesting because what you would think of mermaids, Ariel and very beautiful, but this is like the opposite. It's like it had like the fish scales and everything, but the face and everything, like from what I remember, because it's me doing my research, it's just fascinating. Me and Kyle kind of understand. It's like, and then before you know it, a lot of the research you do, it disappears.
Yep.
Yeah. So they look human-like, but with they don't look human-like, but also very alien-like.
Yep.
With big bulging eyes, and it's like there's different accounts to it. There's accounts that these were scientifically creatures that were made on a particular island off of that coast.
Oh, okay.
And they and they appeared on the coast, and they had, for some reason, it has to be quiet. They have to make it quiet as soon as possible. So they might not actually be the mermaids that we think. They were they were more scientifically,
All right. I understand.
not manufactured, like genetically created.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, possible.
It's interesting.
Oh, so you're leaning more towards the science fiction kind of thing, lah.
Yeah. Isn't that fascinating to you?
It is.
Oh yeah.
Everything fits under Tales from
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I guess next season we're talking about Naga versus Mermaid, right? And okay, but I mean, now that I got all your answers. My one is damn lame. I'm so sorry if you sat through the whole thing to listen to mine. I just want to meet a vampire.
Oh, come on. I thought you were going to go skinwalkers.
No. I was thinking about it, but if vampires are what we see, like in the movies, like Edward Cullen, that kind, right? Or like, okay, at least Interview with the Vampire, right?
Fair enough.
I want to live forever so that I can see flying cars. It's a really lame answer. Yeah, but I just want to see what happens in the future because I'm curious.
No,
It's a curious thing. I want to see whether if all these things are real and all, so I can live forever. I can somehow wiggle my way into the authorities and then find out the secret files. Then I finally know.
I have to say, your reasoning actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like at first I was like vampire, but leave it to you to come up with the perfect reasoning to make it sound very cool. So yes,
Carl the Vampire and Wayne the Familiar.
Wow. He will be the world's oldest familiar. I'm sorry.
Guys, this has been such a wonderful reunion, such a wonderful passing of the torch as well. But we have to wrap things up. And of course, when we wrap things up, we go to Kyle with our morbid fact of the day.
There's a city in Indonesia named Pontianak. Some of you know its origins. Pontianak was built in 1771 by the Sultan Sharif Abdurrahman Al-Qadri. While workers cleared the forest to build his new palace, they were attacked by a kak, basically Pontianak lah. The Sultan scared her off by firing cannons, then named the city after her. What you might not know is that an annual festival is still held in the city, where special cannons are fired to ring the end of Ramadan and keep the Pontianaks away. Oh, that's them metals, yeah.
Interesting, huh?
Super metal.
I know.
It's like,
Wow.
I'm going to chase you away by firing a cannon and then name the city after you.
Yeah. What a tribute.
Have you heard of this story?
No, I've not.
I heard of the story, but not cannons. I thought he fought them with like a crease or something, right?
Oh.
Because it's 1771.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a long time ago. 17.
Well, I guess they had cannons back in the day already, like boom, right. Oh, okay.
When I first found out that it was cannons and not the crease, I was also a little bit disappointed. I thought they would be like, hand-to-hand combat with the Pontianak, but no, it's apparently.
Sounds like someone will make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm the Pontianak, I'll be sad though. First and foremost, you shoo me away from here and you name that place Pontianak and you still don't let me come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
Wow. Actually, yeah.
It's the ultimate form of mythological gentrification.
Wow.
But 1771, you were there, right? I'm sorry.
It's not a reunion without jabbing at Wayne's age.
It was actually his uncle.
Yeah, Mel Gil was that.
One generation removed. Come on, man. I'm not that old. 1871.
All right. Thank you again, Art and Raihan, for joining us.
Thank you.
So nice to have you back.
And thank you to all of you for tuning into Tales from Incredible Tales. New episodes go online every week on MeWatch, meLISTEN, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
My name is Ut.
My name is Raihan.
My name is Wayne.
My name is Kyle.
My name is Far, and we'll see you next time.